Well, the Giants did not get the sweep against the Rockies today, but mercifully, they are done with the Colorado Rockies today. They lose 3-2. This is Giants Roundup on Sunday, September 16th, Game 3 of a 3-game series. You can follow on Twitter, join the Crooked Kite page on Facebook. Most importantly, please be kind and hit that subscribe button. And the Giants gave a good fight today, came up just a little bit short today, as they did get in the hole early in the game. Sanzatella singles to left. It scores Carlos Gonzalez and Ian Desmond. It makes it 2-0 Colorado. DJ LeMahieu sacrifices to center. It scores Chris Iannetta, 3-0 Colorado. And that would be the line for Derek Rodriguez today. 6 innings pitched, 3 runs, 1 earned. So it was a costly error by Austin Slater. So I totally wouldn't be surprised if we see Chase Darno play first tomorrow if Belt can't go. Then the Giants try to mount a comeback in the 6th inning with a single by Chris Shaw. 3-1, and it scored Joe Panik. Joe Panik scores again on a single by Austin Slater. 3-2, that would be the closest they would get. The Giants now fall to 70 and 80 on the season, 2 losses away from guaranteeing a losing season. But if there was a bright spot today, it was Chris Shaw. He goes 2 for 4. He is off the bingo cards and finally on the interstate at 115, so that's better than being in the bingo cards. Joe Panik, 2 for 3. Maybe he's starting to show signs of life as of late. If he can keep this up here the last 2 weeks, maybe he does get tendered, and maybe Joe Panik is the one that stays. And then Aramis Garcia goes 1 for 4. That's not too bad. And then the veterans bats, AWOL, of course. As for Colorado, Nolan Arenado held hitless. That is always a moral victory in itself. Charlie Blackmon 1 for 3. David Dahl 1 for 4. Ian Desmond does most of the damage, going 2 for 4. Now Colorado and LA tied for first place, with LA and St. Louis playing later tonight on Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN. Bullpen was pretty much good today. Ray Black, a scoreless inning. Okert allows a hit, was pulled. Sam Dyson, scoreless inning. Reyes Maranta, a scoreless inning. And then Sanzatella, 1 earned and 2 walks in 5 innings pitched. Adam Ottavino, an earned run, 1 innings pitched. Wade Davis gets his 40th save of the season. Scott Oberg, 1 2/3 scoreless innings. But for the most part, we are done with Colorado. And mercifully, we're done with Colorado for the year. That's always a good thing. They have just given the Giants trouble for the most part. And I think now the Giants could be mathematically eliminated as of tonight, if they aren't already. Today's attendance was today's attendance was 38,824, not a sellout. And let's see if the Giants were eliminated today. They were. No, they are not mathematically. If the Dodgers win tonight, the Giants will be mathematically eliminated from the division. So yeah, a win by LA, a win tonight by LA. That or so the Giants are pretty much going to be mathematically eliminated by tomorrow. So that's almost a given. But the Giants now head on to their final road trip of the year. They start off in San Diego and then go to St. Louis to cap off the 2018, and this will be their final roadie of the year. And tomorrow it will be Andy Suarez going up against Brian Mitchell. So this could be a winnable game here for the Giants. But then again, the Giants don't have good history in San Diego, so stranger things have happened. But San Diego is at 60-90 on the year, and Andy Green is certainly going to be feeling the hot seat for the 2019 season in San Diego. San Diego is probably going to look to add an ace to the rotation and start contending next year. Tuesday's game will be Derek Holland against Joey Lucchesi. And then Wednesday night, and this will be the in funky Padres fashion, it's a 6-10 game on Wednesday night. It'll be Chris Stratton against Robbie Erlin. And then after that, they get the day off Thursday. Then they go on the road to St. Louis, and that will conclude the Giants' road part of the season. Then they come home for the final week of the year against San Diego and LA. But now Colorado is going to be, everybody's going to be rooting for St. Louis to win tonight. And hopefully the Giants have one more opportunity to play spoiler in the final week of the season against LA. We'll see what happens by then. Hopefully we will be having the opportunity to play spoiler against the Dodgers. Colorado, let's see who they're playing up against next. Next up, Colorado will play 3 games. They will head to Dodger Stadium tomorrow night. Play 3 games against the Dodgers and then the Diamondbacks. And Arizona slipping out of the playoff race at this point at Arizona currently slipping out of it at 4.5 games back. And so it's looking like it's just going to be LA. So it's going to be LA and Colorado. And then the Rockies played the Diamondbacks, where after Colorado, LA will play the San Diego Padres. So certainly the Padres, they've had some success against the Dodgers this year, and certainly the will do us a favor and play spoiler against the Dodgers here this next upcoming weekend. All right, let's do the MLB Roundup for your Sunday afternoon. In the Bronx, the Yankees lose to the Blue Jays 3-2, taking the win. Thomas Pannone taking the loss, Dylan Betances. Giancarlo Stanton going 2 for 3 for the Bombers today. Rowdy Tellez 1 for 1 for Toronto. Lance Lynn strikes out 7 in 5 innings pitched. In Boston, the Red Sox beat the Mets 4-3, taking the win. Brandon Workman taking the loss, Seth Lugo. And then Tuesday, Lynn 1-for-1 off the bench today. And Jacob deGrom, 3 earned in 7 innings pitched. Strikes out 12. Chris sailing away to 3 innings pitched as he gets his arm better. Drew Pomeranz, 1 2/3 innings, 2 earned runs. Unlikely to make the postseason roster at this rate. In Baltimore, the Orioles beat the White Sox 8-4. Taking the win, Ryan Messinger. Taking the loss, Lucas Giolito, 4 earned in 6 innings pitched. Cedric Mullins goes 4-for-5 for Baltimore. Jonathan Villar, 3-for-4. David Hess, 4 runs, 3 earned, and 4 1/3 innings pitched. Giolito, 6 runs, 4 earned. In Tampa Bay, the Rays continuing to play spoiler as they beat the A's 5-4. Taking the win, Andrew Kittredge. Taking the loss, Mike Fiers, 3 earned and 4 innings pitched. Matt Olson goes 2-for-3. CJ Cron goes 2-for-3 for the Rays. Willie Adames goes 2-for-3 for the Rays. Cron his 27th home run of the year. Adames his 9th home run on the year. Amelia Pagan, 2 earned and 1 inning pitched. Jake Faria, 3 earned without recording an out. Sergio Romo gives up an earned run in 2/3 of an innings pitched. Gets his 21st save on the year. In Cleveland, the Indians lose to the Tigers 6-4, taking the win, Francisco Liriano. Taking the loss, Shane Bieber, 5 earned and 6 innings pitched. Brandon Geyer, 2-for-2 for Cleveland, gets over the Mendoza line. Heimer Candelario, 3-for-5. Kristen Stewart, 3-for-5 for Detroit. In Philadelphia, the Marlins beat the Phillies 6-4. Jose Urena takes the win, taking the loss, Nick Pivetta, 8 strikeouts in 5 innings pitched. And Brian Holiday goes 2-for-3 for the Fish. Luis Garcia, 3 earned and 1 inning pitched. Philadelphia now 6.5 back of Atlanta. And Philly's tragic number is 9 for the wild card. And as in terms of division, Philly's tragic number is 8. In Atlanta, the Nationals wanting to play spoiler, beats the Braves 6-4, taking the win, Tanner Rourke. Taking the loss, Sean Newcomb, 5 earned and 3 innings pitched. Bryce Harper, 2-for-3, and hits his 34th home run on the year. Anthony Rendon, his 20th home run on the year, goes 3-for-4 for the Nats. Brad Brock surrenders an earned run. In Houston, the Astros sweep the D-backs 5-4, taking the win, Justin Verlander, who strikes out 11 in 7 innings pitched, taking the loss, Zach Greinke, 4 earned and 6 1/3 innings pitched. David Peralta goes 2-for-3 for Arizona. George Springer, 2-for-3 for Houston. In Milwaukee, the Brewers lose to the Pirates 3-2, taking the win, Trevor Williams, taking the loss, Joel Chacin. Corey Dickerson, 3-for-4 for Pittsburgh. Felipe Vasquez, 2 earned and 1 inning pitched. And Milwaukee still 2.5 back of Chicago. And could lose ground on the wild card depending on tonight's results. In Kansas City, the Twins beat the Royals 9-6. This was not a tie today. So that was the good news there. Kyle Gibson, 5 earned and 6 2/3 innings pitched. Jerry Vasto, 1 earned and 2/3 of an inning pitched. Adalberto Mondesi, 3 for 5. Ryan O'Hearn, 3 for 4 for Kansas City. Melbris Villarreal, 2 for 3. And Jake Junis, 4 earned and 3 innings pitched. Willie Peralta, 2 earned and 1 inning pitched. In Chicago, the Reds beat the White Sox 2-1, taking the win. Luis Castillo taking the loss. Jose Quintana, 5 2/3 innings pitched. Strikes out 7. Joey Votto goes 3 for 4 for the Reds. In the OC, the Angels beat the Mariners 4-3, taking the win. Taylor Cole taking the loss. Nick Vincent. Jeffrey Marte goes 2 for 3 for the Angels. Marco Gonzalez strikes out 6 in 5 innings pitched. And now the Mariners' tragic number is 2 for the division and 6 for the wild card. So Tampa still trying to keep it interesting as in terms of the AL wild card at this point. And the Padres beat the Rangers 7-3, taking the win. Kirby Yates. And taking the loss, Jeffrey Springs, 5 earned and 2/3 of an inning pitched. Franmil Reyes goes 2 for 3 for San Diego. Mike Minor strikes out 7 in 6 1/3 innings pitched. And no score between LA and St. Louis in the first inning. And in other sports in the Bay Area today, the 49ers beat the Detroit Lions 30-27. Jimmy Garoppolo goes 18 for 26, 118.4 passer rating. The bad news was he took 6 sacks. That's not good. Stafford, 34 for 53, 347 passing yards. Most of those were in garbage time. Have yourself a game, Matt Breida. 11 carries, 138 yards, 12.5 yards per carry. Pierre Garcon, sighting today, 4 receptions for 57 yards. And the Niners are now 1-1 on the season. The Raiders, not so fortunate. They lose to the Broncos 20-19 on a game-winning field goal. The Raiders fall to 0-2 on the year. Derek Carr, 29 for 32, 88 passing yards, 1 sack, a 114.6 passer rating. Marshawn, 18 carries, 65 yards. Doug Martin, 7 carries, 24 yards. And yes, we actually saw an Amari Cooper sighting today. 10 receptions, 116 yards. And now Oakland will play the up-and-coming Miami Dolphins. And on top of that, now we are starting to see the affiliation shuffle starting to happen in AAA now that the PCL is winding down. Oakland will no longer be. Nashville has decided not to go with Oakland again next year. Odds are that the Washington Nationals will affiliate with the Oakland A's next year. The A's could be looking at the Las Vegas 51s or the Fresno Grizzlies. The Houston Astros announced they will not be renewing their affiliation with the Fresno Grizzlies. They are likely heading to Round Rock, with Texas Rangers likely joining the San Antonio Missions. So the two we're looking at right now are the Fresno Grizzlies and the Las Vegas 51s. It's looking like the A's will probably affiliate with Las Vegas, and Fresno will probably affiliate with the Milwaukee Brewers. But we will find this out as we get more ideas as the PDC contracts come through in the coming days. But we are going to see we are into the affiliation shuffle period at this point. Now, if the season were to end today, Boston's clinched the 1 seed, Cleveland and the Catbird at the 3 seed. Houston will likely play Cleveland. Oakland a game and a half back of the Yankees still. Tampa 7 games back, trying to at least play spoiler. Seattle 6 games back. In the NL, or 7 games back for Seattle, 7.5 games. In the NL, the 1 seed would be Chicago. And depending on the result, the NL West winner will go to Atlanta. The NL West loser would play Milwaukee. St. Louis a game back in the wild card. Arizona 4.5 back with a tragic number of 9 along with Philadelphia. Washington's tragic number is 7. This will conclude it. We'll be back on air tomorrow night. Hopefully we will get a win against San Diego. And yeah, we are final road trip of the year. Whippy! Then. So everybody have a great Sunday night. Enjoy Sunday night football, Sunday night baseball. We love you guys. See you tomorrow night. Goodbye.